When choosing a cloud-based video or access control solution, you expect to be able to use that system remotely with ease. Viewing cameras, operating doors, searching video, you should be able to do that from anywhere. Well, with Qumulex QxControl, not only can you do that, but you can manage and maintain QxControl and your connected devices from anywhere. QxControl has many great tools for remote management, and in this video, we're going to cover some of the most useful tools that we offer. My name is Josh, and this is Clix. All right, so now let's take a look at some of the remote management tools that we have here in QxControl. The first thing is we want to look at places. QxControl is natively multi-tenant, so that means you are going to be able to manage all of your customers from this interface from a single login, and you have the ability to drill down using scope and service any of your customers. Okay, so the next thing that we want to look at is the gateway page. I'm 3 hours away. I am able to log into this gateway, and I have several options here. A big one that will be helpful in terms of remote management is discover devices. So again, without being on site, as you can see here, I'm able to run a scan. I'm able to see all of the available cameras and door controllers that I may want to install. I can select a device, and then I can begin the installation process. So again, great, your customer adds some cameras. You don't have to be on site. You don't need a separate VPN or separate login into their network to go and discover these devices and find them and use those camera tools. You can use discover devices right from QxControl. Also, while we're looking at the gateway page, let's take a look at networking, and don't forget, remotely, you can monitor the bandwidth performance and the cloud upload performance using this page, as well as managing the bandwidth upload via schedules. So all of this can be done, again, remotely. You don't need to be on site. Okay, next, let's take a look at managing cameras remotely. So you can see here, if we choose one of these cameras, we'll choose this green light door here. We have a tremendous number of options. First, we can see the live view recent events. We can manage the media profiles. We can see any doors and access any of these doors that are associated to this camera. And we also have several actions that we can take here. First, we can actually go to the live view search with this camera selected, or timeline with this camera selected. But more importantly, from a maintenance standpoint, we have a few really important options here. So let's take a look at these. We have the option to reboot this camera. This is via the OnViv call. So if you need to do a reboot of the device for any reason, you can do that. If you're noticing any issues with how the camera is connecting and communicating with QxControl, short of a reboot, you can also start with trying to refresh that connection. And then we also have something very important here when we talk about remote maintenance, which is go to web page. So we're going to choose that, and you're going to see right here in the very same web browser, we are able to log straight into the device interface. So again, right through our UI, using our secure connection from the cloud service to the gateway, you're able to get right in here, and we can modify any of the settings. But also for any camera brand, you can come in here and actually do a firmware update, or you could do a reboot from this interface. So many of these maintenance tasks that you need to do that in the past you would typically have had to have a separate open port VPN into the customer's networks, and you have to set that up for every customer. It's a lot of work, adds a lot of risk, or you would have to dispatch someone on site. Now, just using the QxControl interface and using this native multi-tenant architecture, you can log right in. And we have all the same capabilities with our door controllers. We can log in and find any of our door controllers, log in and apply any firmware updates or maintain, just like we do the cameras. And the last thing before we go, just a reminder do not lose sight of the fact either that we have the ability to view as a customer. We can see all of our sites, all of the cameras. We can mix and match views from different sites. And of course, we can operate the doors, and we can do that remotely. So, the power of cloud, the power of our native multi-tenant architecture makes remote operation, remote maintenance of your solution very, very easy. Please don't forget to check out Qumulex.com. We actually have a Qumulex Insight on the resources page that talks more about remote management and QxControl. Also, be sure to follow us on YouTube, as well as all of our social channels to keep up to date with the latest news, events, and updates to Qumulex QxControl. My name is Josh. Thanks so much. Hope to see you out there soon.